Wranglers of Displaced Maritime Life Forms. That was the Avengers theme by Falcone, who I discovered fairly recently, and I felt that he had a good sound. While I am fascinated with the concept of AI music and greatly enjoy its sound more often than not, I've been trying to locate more flesh and blood musicians to play me in for my intro. I've had a chance to look around at Falcone's channel for a bit, and he seems to be an extremely talented and prolific musician with intense symphonic covers of songs such as Battle Against a True Hero, You Say Run, The Imperial March, One-Winged Angel, and many more. This is less about Helldivers in general, and more on the vibe of, look at this cool thing that I found, everyone. Go check him out. Song and channel links are in the description below. But yeah, I think we could all agree that lightning struck the Avengers franchise much like it did for Helldivers. When your world is in trouble, be it from Bug, Bot, or Squid, and you see streets of light cross the sky, depositing armed and armored administrators of awesomeness, capes flowing heroically in the wind, well, I imagine most civilians have this overwhelming sense of hope and triumph that even as dark and dangerous and deadly as things are, we're all gonna be okay. Coretta Kelly has the right of it. If you're in trouble, look for a cape. So, news from the southern frontier. Despite fighting bravely upon Aldous, the Helldivers were unable to keep up with the lightning raids of the Illuminate, and many were abducted, never to be seen again as they are. Just turned into horrific voteless husks. I understand that there are some super scientists attempting to find a way to reverse the affliction of the voteless, but take it from someone who has witnessed these terrors firsthand. There's just some stuff you don't want to live through. No, I'm okay. I'm not gonna have another panic attack on air. It's 5 minutes. I can get through this. I don't need the magentas for this. Just give me a minute. Just calm, slow breathing. I'm okay. I got this. Alright, moving on. Since then, the Order has redirected their attack to Rirga Bay within the Regal sector, and this has upset the Chaos Divers immensely. The Shadow Fleet has already mobilized to try to counter the raiding operations, and a short time ago, Desi made the jump to Rirga Bay to try to assist. Loyalists and Chaos Divers fighting side by side. It warms my heart. I think even the EMTC is getting in on this to try to keep zombies off their lawn until the reinforced interfactional bulwark project can be completed, which I am told is still a few weeks out. Not to nitpick, guys, but these Illuminate don't seem willing to wait, so I would skip the spinning rims, the gold trim, and the extra large cup holders if I were you. I'll try to get into contact with some Chaos Divers and see if I can't arrange some shipments of STS battery parts left over from Operation Homemaker to get sent your way. Every squid thinks they're Illuminate's gift to the universe until their void ship gets hulled by a hypervelocity slug the size of an oil drum. Aside from that, there's relatively little movement elsewhere, which is great because we're having a hard time keeping up with the squid's insane mobility. I focused mostly on taking down their warp ships on defensive operations today, with the AT comfy chair emplacement, but that didn't really seem to matter very much. I mean, we can wage voteless till the cows come home, but you'd figure that overseers and warp ships are a little tougher to replace, right? But no. I feel a crippling weakness to our approach in this war is that we just don't know enough about the squids. What are they doing? Where are they coming from? Where is their industrial base located? Can we blow it up? You'd think that there would be a ministry or something in charge of finding out the answers to these questions. But the ones that we have seem to be about as useful as air conditioning on a motorcycle or possibly the number 9 on a microwave. Now, before I close the show out, I want to issue a warning based on information given to me by one of my contacts within the Liberation Fleet. I do genuinely believe that most people are kind and good at heart, but not everyone. And those that aren't, well, they're few in number, but it only takes one of them to give you a really bad day. The ScourgeDivers are people that I do not believe can be motivated by the concepts of kindness, goodness, and compassion. told that they are Helldivers who defected to the Automatata Collective and specialize in civilian extermination. I was provided a transcript as proof of their deeds, which I will read to you now. This is sourced from SuperReddit by the user OKIndependence7214, and they are describing a ScourgeDiver attack upon the planet of Chuhei. Just trigger warning for everyone here, this gets pretty graphic. A group of civilians knelt in the street, their hands bound behind their backs. ScourgeDivers stood around them, weapons at the ready. The squad leader gave a curt order. Get it done. We've wasted enough time here. One ScourgeDiver stepped forward with a gasoline canister, pouring the liquid over the terrified civilians. The cries for mercy intensified. Please! We're innocent! We haven't done anything! A woman sobbed. The ScourgeDiver ignored her, finishing his task. As he stepped back, the woman's voice rang out desperate. Please! Please don't! Have mercy on us! We've done nothing wrong. Another ScourgeDiver, holding a lit flare in his hand, stepped forward. He flicked the flare and replied flatly, You want mercy? Well, here you go. The flare soared through the air and landed in a pool of gasoline. The flames erupted instantly, engulfing the civilians. Their screams were quickly consumed by the roar of fire. Nearby, another ScourgeDiver casually lobbed an incendiary grenade into a nearby apartment building. The explosion sent rubble flying, and moments later, civilians burst through the door, their bodies ablaze. A man and woman collapsed in the street, writhing in agony as the ScourgeDivers looked on. Look at them run. Cowards, one ScourgeDiver said, his voice dripping in disdain. Another shrugged. Serves him right.
You kill the innocent. You willingly surrender your individuality to do this. Why? You. This makes me feel things. Offended. Horrified. Angry. ScourgeDivers are few in number. I know that the collective would not tolerate your individuality for long, regardless of how useful you may feel to your new masters. I would implore you, stay within the vaulted sector. You lesser forms of evil, do not cross over. Do not come back to Super Earth space. For one day, you will look up from your easy battles against unarmed civilians, and you will see me there, and then I will grant you the day you deserve.
Well, that's been Liberty's latest with me, Pandora the Radio Angel, and that was only a tiny little bit terrifying. I do as he says, guys. Mercy is not the type to pull his punches, and he's pretty darn good at his job. I'll be honest, I wasn't even aware that he could get mad before now, and I'd rather that not become a common occurrence. I think I'm gonna go set him up with an XCOM game, and we all should stop worrying about the war for a while. Emotions are running high, and when that happens, mistakes will be made. So let's just take it easy for tonight. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.